a perfect drive in the middle, and I end up in a divot. What the heck? That's gonna be a fun shot. Hi, I'm Eddie Renio. I'm your director of golf here at Iron Oaks. And one of the biggest things we like to do out here is take care of the course. And how many times have you ever been hit a good shot and then be rewarded with a perfect ball in the middle of the fairway in a divot? So one of the things that we like to do here is take care of the golf course, and we like to ask all of our members, all of our guests, to do one thing when they're out in the fairways. If they have divot, put sand in there. What will happen is sanding your divot will actually help the grass grow back, but also keep the turf nice and smooth and even. And you won't end up with a shot like this. So I'm gonna have to hit this shot, but we'll talk about this in just a second. All right. Well, if you ever find yourself in a divot like this, I know some people like to move it, but rules of golf states that you have to play it as it lies. So what I do is when my ball's in a divot, key in this one is to play it a little bit back in your stance, not like you normally play it, and you're gonna hit down on it a little bit more. It's gonna come out a little lower. It might not spin as much, so it's gonna be more of a knuckleball, but when it hits, it's gonna release. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna play it back in my stance a little bit. So normally my ball would be about right here in my stance, but now I'm just gonna move a little bit to my left, play the ball a little bit back, and now I'm gonna be pinching it out of this divot here. That came out a little low, but that's the hard part about hitting a shot out here. It's gonna come out low. You're not gonna be able to hit the middle of the ball. Your club face is gonna pretty much catch a little more towards the top of the ball there. So it comes out low, you gotta play that. So now what I'm gonna do here for the next person, as a courtesy, I'm gonna sand my divot. So if the next person comes in here and gets on here, if this ball rolls into the divot, now it's gonna be sitting on top of the sand. And again, it's a lot easier to be hitting a shot that's level with the ground versus below the turf, right? So play your part in helping us by sanding your divots every time you go out, and also sand any other divots around you. And so we wanna keep this course in pristine condition, but we can all do this all together. Thank you. All right, not a bad shot up here, but let's see here. Ball's right here, and then, there it is. You know, one of the things, if you want to become a better putter, sometimes it's not about fixing your stroke. Sometimes it's about making sure that our greens are nice and smooth. So if you want to make more birdies and help other people make more birdies, we need to fix our ball marks. So a lot of times when a ball comes into the green, it makes a little indentation, and what it does is it pushes the turf down into the ground. And what we want to do is kind of get that turf smooth again. And there's a proper way and an improper way to fix a ball mark. The improper way is sticking in your divot repair tool, and then pulling back and lifting the turf up. When you do that, what you're doing is you're pulling the roots up and separating the roots from the ground. And so what will happen is you might be smoothing out the surface, but you're killing the grass. The best way to fix a ball mark is to put your tool next to it and then push in from both sides, all three sides. And as I'm doing this, you see the turf is rising. And so what I did was I pushed the turf in, and now I'm gonna tap it down, and it's gonna be nice and smooth for the next person to hit their putt. And so play your part, and not only am I gonna just do one, I'm gonna look around and try to fix one plus maybe 2 to 4 other ball marks, and that way I am trying to leave the course better than when I stepped up to it. So play your part, help us out. This is a team effort in keeping a course in good shape. It's not just the maintenance that comes out here to do the work. They do all the heavy stuff, but as members, as guests, we need to play our part in keeping this course pristine by doing these little things, fixing ball marks, sanding our divots. That way the course stays in good shape, you get good lies, and you get better scores. So that's your tip of the day. Have a great day. See that? Nice screens equal better putts. All right, everybody, we're here with Ross Buckendahl, our course superintendent. Again, we were talking about fixing our ball marks and sanding our divots, but to go elaborate a little bit more, I have Ross here. He's our expert in our agronomy out here, and he's going to let you know why it's so important to help the team out by fixing the ball marks and sanding your divots.
Yeah, thank you, Eddie. Obviously, every little bit helps as we go through the golf course and divots, pitch marks, etc. The recovery time in the cooler temperatures is very, very long, if you will. So the sooner we can get to repairing that divot immediately, the faster recovery time we're going to have, whether that's in a tee, whether that's in a fairway. Same thing goes for ball marks. After 4 hours, if that ball mark is not fixed, and you look at research through the USGA, that ball mark's pretty much going to have a pit mark, and therefore you see all of the hail looking dents, if you will, brown patches on the greens, especially par 3. So the quicker we can get to it, the sooner we can get to it, the better. And again, we go through and we fix ball marks on the driving range tee, the par 3 tees. But again, every little bit helps that if we can get to it quicker, if everybody takes care of their own divots, we never have as many issues.
Thank you, Ross. And that's the science of it all. It's not just we're not just saying it to say it. We're saying it to help the course. And again, you're actually helping out Ross and his team by playing your part with sanding your divots and repairing your ball marks. And he made the comment that if you're not fixing a ball mark within a couple hours, that grass is going to be dead. And that's why on some of the par 3s you see a lot of little dead patches out there. And again, if we get to it early, then you can save the turf. So play your part. And again, thank you, Ross, for coming out and helping us out.
Thank you, Eddie.
Okay.